Hello everyone, Comrade Snake here, coming in with some more Master of Command. So it's been a bit since I played the demo and showed that off. So the full game has been out, and I have been playing it. Played several campaigns, quite a few of them ended in failure, but I have successfully completed all the way through 3 of them. I completed a Prussia campaign and unlocked everything. I completed a Russia campaign and unlocked everything. And I completed a French campaign and unlocked everything here. So that's been a pretty fun one, going through all these 3. Russia was the hardest I found so far, but there were some interesting fun ones. The French were quite fun. It's a little because of updates, things have been changed a little bit, but the French were quite fun, especially since they were such a melee infantry focused group. So I've unlocked things like their light corps and their household, king's household. Same for the various unlocks here. So we're going to start a new campaign today. And I think I have not played Austria and I have not played Britain. And I think I'm going to do Britain because I've seen some people's playthroughs online and I don't want to see a lot of Britain. So this will be interesting. I got, British Crown Hanover. So they're very solid infantry with good accuracy and powerful, just overall quality units. But they are expensive. Now we do have a subsidy, so we get 8 thalers every day, but new brigades are 25% more expensive, which is going to be quite a bit, especially if it's not recruit level units. And we start with a guy here with higher accuracy and reload for both cavalry and infantry, though a little less reload speed on the infantry. But so John Manners Granby, level 2. We start with some light dragoons. Sure, that's cool. We start with a unit of British foot and a unit of Highland foot. So the Highland foot are a little better at melee and shock combat charge, but they have a little bit less accuracy. They're a little faster though, but they have a little less morale. And their units here are 1,200 strong each, which is a little less than some of the others. Not Prussia though. I think Prussia was the higher 2 units. I think dropped down to 1,200, but we'll see. I don't know Austria. And then you have like 1,500 for that, and then French are really big. Anyway, so we're a bit smaller units, but these are pretty solid stat lines, quite good, especially very high morale, so they'll stay in fights longer. So we start with a decent amount of provisions, a little bit of money, not much manpower, so that's going to be an issue, but we do have a lot of ammunition, which is important because drilling will be very useful because we gain double the amount of experience, which could be quite a lot. So we can definitely drill. We're going to want to be doing drills, get our units leveled up to max level and get them up there and be a really, really elite force. We're just not going to have a whole lot of guys. And then we come up with some spontoons for extra veterancy, which is going to be good. We have some bagpipers, so that'll be good morale and charge. Some excellent saddles for speed and stamina, so we'll slap those guys right on there. Good tea for accuracy and reload, and a marksman staff officer to help with accuracy, but with a little less reload. But it's kind of negated by the tea rations if you stack them, which you probably will on the British foot with the bagpipes going to the Highland, and obviously the saddles in there. Okay. And they're considered standard difficulty, and we're just going to be fighting it out. So that's all good. Let's move on here. So we have, we're going to use historical enemies. And then this is the new difficulty slide, which I have not actually seen this before. So I'm not exactly sure. I know custom goes to the other screen, but otherwise it kind of just changes your various modifiers here if you go to custom, for example. So Colonel, the standard is just no change on anything. I don't think there's anything we need to really do here. I'd rather just kind of keep it normal. So historical nation enemies means we fight France, Russia, and the Austrians. And we'll keep it that way, and let's just go forward. Standard. Keep everything standard for now. All right. So what do we have here? We can suppress Franconia, which will be fighting the French and the Austrians. If we raid 3 settlements, we'll get Highland Grenadiers, so some very heavy infantry, only 1,000, but they look very strong for melee and charge, so that's an interesting one. If we dismantle slums, we'll get British Grenadiers Doctrine, so plus 10% to heavy infantry combat effectiveness, plus 10% to the recruitment cost, so that's an interesting one. One thing that I actually don't know, I've not actually even looked it up, is I don't know what combat effectiveness actually means. I don't know if that's like a total like effective stat boost, if that's merely like damage output. I don't know. But they're 10% better, allegedly, so that's a potential one there. We could reinforce Brandenburg to fight Austrians. We'll get some more Highland Foot if we deal with 4 outposts. And if we do get 5 battlefields, we get foreign advisors, plus 5% combat effectiveness, minus 10% to army experience. Once again, not exactly sure what the 5% combat effectiveness, but I know army gain experience minus 10% is pretty severe. So I don't know. I may not want to do something like that, but we'll think about it. We can also occupy Saxony. We'll be fighting the Austrians. That'll give us a unit of British Dragoons for sieging 3 forts. Now that can be really tough in the beginning, especially since we don't have any artillery or anything like that. That can be tricky, although the Dragoons are nice heavy cavalry. And if we get 6 settlements, we'll get preserved rations, minus 20% to provision consumption, which is pretty useful, but not the most useful thing. So really, I think the best option and the most doable is going to be suppress Franconia. Get some grenadiers, and this is probably a decent one. So we might go heavier, like into more heavy infantry over the course of the game. So let's go with this one. Because raiding 3 settlements is easy, and dismantling 5 slums is not too bad. So let's go with that. Let's see what we can do. Nope, oh, stupid notification there. All right, so here we are. So we're going to slap the saddles on the Dragoons right away. And just for future, we're going to kind of name regiments just to make them more distinguishable to us. I think we'll name... I want to name these light Dragoons. Let's go with... Oh. Call them we'll call them the Flying Tigers. Why not? Just after the old Air Force unit in China. Okay, then we have some British Foot and then some Highland Foot. So this first unit here, call them... Call it the British. Actually, this will be called the British Expedition. Why not? First unit, and this will be the Scots Guard. Yeah, why not? Okay. Let's take a look at actually what our upgrade paths are for these. So the Flying Tigers here. So they're as far as they can go. Your light Dragoons. Okay. So they're all good. They're all set. Nothing to worry about there. The British Foot here, they can become Grenadiers or Veteran Foot. I'm probably going to want to put them to Veteran Foot because I want to have at least one, like, unit of, or I should say, like, one formation of just like a shooting line to use. So we're going to give them the Sponsons. We can get them upgraded a bit, and we're actually going to give them the T and that. So they're going to be very accurate. And they have lane pattern, which have good accuracy but poor range. So they're going to move in close, but really let them have it when they are. And then we'll give the bagpipers to the Scots Guard. So they're going to be moving in up close when we can. one thing that I haven't really done it much in battle, but something that you can do is have them take off the bayonets, which I will probably do at least for the British expedition here. But the Scots Guard, we'll think about it. We'll see. We may or may not mess with that. I'm curious to see how it goes. All right, and here we go. So this is just always the same basic kind of start. I'm gonna hit that supply cache, and I think reservists is probably what we're gonna want in the immediacy because we don't have a lot to work with there. And let's go fight some Austrians. So they just have some recruits, some Hungarian recruits, and some provisional cavalry. So this should be a pretty easy fight. All right. So let's take off the bayonet. Yeah, I've literally never hit that button once, but that's kind of funny. It does have a graphic. That's fun. We will actually take it off for now, off them too. The Flying Tigers. Let me see here. I think what we're gonna we don't want them to be up on the hill when they fight. Maybe we want to kind of come in this way and stay in cover. It's probably a good idea. And it's on them for now. Flying Tigers, we're going to kind of respond. Kind of see where their cavalry goes, but I'm going to try to get the recruits in the expedition up into here, because I want the recruits to get some kills and experience. Scots Guard will be in reserve to counter cavalry movements along with the Flying Tigers. I think that will be the move. Okay, so let's get them up here. Let's go to high speed just for the march. Okay, now we're getting close to the clash. I'm just gonna let them get into position. Open fire. You know what? Can you guys fire yet? No, they're all too stuck in there. Everybody hit the recruits. Yeah. Making them retreat early. Yeah. Alright, plan didn't quite work exactly how I would have wanted, but hey, that's alright. Okay, they're not going to come back now. There we go. Final little volleys, and that's it. Let's take the ammo and the money, I think, for this time. Nice. Okay. We got some. We can put those on. Let's actually give them... Oh, I forgot that counts as a food item. Shoot. That's okay. That's alright, that's alright. So we'll give them to them for now. Give them the bedrolls, though. Be useful in case they get charged. Okay. Some slums we can move to dismantle here. So what do we have here? So we potentially could get some recruits. But we don't have another brigade yet. And we don't have another officer. We could get a very basic officer. Ooh, that guy seems pretty useful, but he's expensive. I just want to get a bare bones officer for now. Yeah, and we'll get over another recruit for the future. So we'll get some better. There we go. Just gonna organize our camp a little bit there. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, let's go dismantle that slum. Oof. Shoot, this sucks. Okay. Take 9% for the moderate chance or a higher chance to just only do 5. I'll just take the 5. Ugh. Yeah, it sucks. Alright, well, that's one down. Let's continue on, see what we can find. Let's check the outpost, I suppose. Ugh. Another one that sucks. Alright, well, we have a lot of provisions, so just give them some food. Move on. We'll check this. This looks like a ripe settlement for Raiden, because we don't have much else. Okay, pay them to keep them silent. Raise it, which will have a slight chance to take thing, but we use up a lot of ammunition. Allow them to report a position. Oh, I don't like that at all. This sucks. All right, just pay him. No, no. It didn't even work. Ugh. Okay. Well, that sucks. Let's try it. Let's go for it. Lost a week of time, too, and the money. Ugh. Alright, well, we at least have a lot of woods here we can use for cover. Skirmish them out. I don't like... Okay, those are just light, actually, infantry. That does makes me feel a little bit better. I'm not that concerned about them then. And those are also recruits, so that's okay. So the cavalry are going to be the annoying thing to deal with, really. so we're going to try to use the woods here to our advantage. And we'll keep our cavalry a little bit out of the woods, just because their movement speed will be a little too messed up otherwise. I'm going to put the recruits kind of out front. I want to choose targets. I don't want them to waste ammo on the Fusiliers necessarily. Actually, you guys also fire on them. I do want you to actually take a shot at... I'm gonna do this for now. Come on, fire. Okay. Don't necessarily want them to fire yet. Now, I want you guys to fire on those recruits and make them break. Keep the British expedition. I want them to reload and prepare to... I thought I took it off all of them. That's okay. No, I need to fire on the recruits. Thank you. Very nice. Okay. They're going to break after another volley. You know what? Let's... I don't know, we got those ones are coming back, so we will not shoot at the Grenzer Fusiliers yet. Let's pull you guys back a little bit. Okay. We're just going to duke this out. The Scots Guard are going to take quite a bit of hit here, but that's okay. We're going to need that to... They're going to take one for the team. Okay. Now... hit them. Okay, broke them. Charge. Fuck. Okay, that got a little wonky on that end there, but we got him. Do we want to restore the casualties or get more veterancy and provisions? Yeah, let's restore some of the casualties and get some reservists. That was kind of a mess. Recruits got a lot of experience, at least. Yeah, so that took about all the extra reservists we got. When can they upgrade? 4. So they need level 4, and you guys need 6 to get where I want you to go. And you guys were what again? 7. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, and we got some axes. So we can change out the sponsons. Might actually, when that's better melee damage, yeah, that might actually be worth it. And I think we'll change out the... I don't know if the accuracy is really that worth it right now for those guys. So let's just go back out. All right. Let's check out this battlefield. So moderate chance either way. Get the bone saw. Hey, you got an officer. Level 2. He's got stamina and move speed and stamina recovery. That's quite good, actually. He might be a good cavalry officer, potentially, here. Yeah, we'll think about that. Need a little bit more money to get the new brigade, but we're almost... We'll actually, I keep forgetting we have the subsidy, so we'll get some eventually here anyway. Oh, wait, hold on. What do we got? 4,800. Okay. Let's sell some stuff real quick. Sell one of those. We'll sell some of the uniforms. And I think maybe the tobacco rations. Let's sell that real quick. And then get a new brigade. And we might as well put on... Do we want to... Stamina is pretty nice. Now, we'll keep that for the horses for now. And then we're going to put our officer with the expedition, I think. And then we'll put these two recruits. Okay, so these guys, these will be... no, this actually will be, this will be Clifford Regiment for Clifford the Big Red Dog. And this will be the Big Red One, since they have the red banner anyway. Normally I don't really mess with these much, but is there a dog somewhere we can do? It's kind of a dog. I know it's really a lion, but sort of a dog if you squint. Or we could do a Welsh dragon. Yeah, why not? We'll do that. Maybe with a... Yeah, sure. Okay. That's nice. So that's the big red dog. Or dragon. Whatever you want it to be. Anything I want to... Don't necessarily think we need to buy anything from here right now. Might just go fight this battle. Yeah, they're running away anyway. Well, let's fight this. Let's fight them, and then we'll maybe grab that herd and burn down this town. Fusiliers, and some royal recruits. Yeah, cool. Gotta be cognizant of the amount of time till the fight with the main army is coming up soon. Okay, this is so now we got a little bit of a larger battlefield, but we got woods, but they'll have woods too if we try to fight it there. We can once again do kind of that shift to the either flank, really. I think actually this flank might be the best one to shift to, because then they'll have to fight us. If they come at us, they'll be in open ground. And yeah, they might occupy the ridge or the forest, but our Scots Guard should be able to overtake them in melee combat. They do have a unit with some earthworks. That'll give them a little bit of cover. Those are kind of the anti-charge ones, though, so it's only a little bit of a cover bonus. Most of it's going to be just to stop direct attacks. So that's not too bad. You know, if we try this one... Now, they are going to be slowed by the river. So maybe it's... If we just go straight out, we might actually be able to even get here to beat them. Well, it's still... They'll still have at least I guess kind of half of each of these guys in the forest. So now, you know what, let's try this kind of sideways maneuver. Oop, hit the wrong button. Keep doing that. Yeah, we'll try this kind of sideways shift. And then we'll use the Flying Tigers to harass. Okay, so the big red one, the Clifford. I actually want them on this flank to face down. Something else. I'm gonna just kind of use them to stay in that. I just want them to stay in that formation so that they just keep moving out without having to take all that time to shift. Kind of just leave the Flying Tigers, I think, kind of back here for now. See how it goes. That might not be the best idea. Let me come back here for now. We take their bayonets off as well. And we'll turn off auto fire for a moment. Actually, I want you guys in attack column. Prepare for an assault into the center. Yeah, the British expedition will deal with the guys with a bit of a cover bonus, just to make it easier. They'll get ready for a potential charge into their center. And I want the Flying Tigers to get kind of back into position on the flank. Okay, let's go regular speed now. So they've slightly outrange us. Let's move up until we can attack. Still have good cover, so... Give him a volley. Good hit, good hit, good hit. I do want my recruits to get a little bit more action in before we try to make the enemy crumble as soon, so let them get a few more volleys off. Yeah, that accuracy, especially in these early units, that really does quite a lot of damage and really hurts their morale there. It's pretty fascinating, actually. They moved even closer too, so I'm gonna really hit them. Let's start hitting flank shots. Already dropped those Fusiliers, damn. Let's prepare for a charge here. We're gonna get into the forest, maybe eat one volley and then charge. Shatter that unit. Move them up for maybe one volley. Okay. And shattered. Actually, they're going to come back, so let's move up to get ready for that. Run into the forest. Now charge. You guys charge as well. broken. And that should break him. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, easy peasy, nothing much to it. Let's take the veterancy in the position. Feel fine with the rest, so rather just get that kind of filled out. Okay, what can we get here? Okay, minus melee, and we get this. More morale and a supply wagon. Ooh. The plus 15% morale is really nifty. Yeah, I think we'll grab that. That's really good. Okay, we got stamina. Ooh, do we want to give them armor? I don't know, because I like their movement speed, so let's just give them that one for now rather than the full armor. Deal with it later. Let's go check out the hurt real quick. Ooh, got horses or this? No, let's get some horses. Nice. Okay, that's much better than those for now, actually. With plus 8 to, or plus 6 to movement speed, so we'll negate that. So actually we are going to change that to the breastplates now, especially since I use them to charge so often. You know what? Let's just deal with this right away. Sell 6 isn't too bad. Sell 1 unit of those. Keep those around for later. That's good for now because everything's going to be too expensive unless they have. Yeah, they only have subsidy records. So unless they had cavalry or something, I don't see a point. Okay. Nice. Okay, let's go check out that supply convoy. We're not quite. Yeah, we're still doing okay on time. So let's see. We can get specialty ammunition, cannons, or weapons. Ooh. If only I had one of those. Cannons are really useful, but we don't have any cannons yet, so we might just want to. I mean, we have at least one spare cannon. So you know what? Let's grab weapons. Let's see what we get. Should have gone with the cannon. Oh well. It is what it is. Let's move on. So this has cheaper recruits. Or, oh wait, that's cheaper officers. I'm sorry. Never mind. Yeah, oh well. Not worry too much about that one yet then. Let's see if we can find a small settlement to raid, because I don't necessarily want to deal with all them. But let's see what's in this encampment real quick. Ooh. Use up 4 days, but have a better... Yeah, let's use the 4 days. Alright, that was good. We got a success. We got some muskets and some heavy bayonets. Those are 8 and 8. Yeah, okay, so the other ones are better. But still, it's good. Oh, we could potentially... Okay, so we could actually make artillery, potentially. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that yet. But that's an idea. Oh. Okay. Well, let's do it. Fusiliers, recruits, and a couple cavalry. Okay, this should be easy. So we got a pretty deep forest here, which I think we can still beat them to. Or, okay, got another, it's another solid cover shift, position shift. And that's more enticing than trying to potentially skirmish with them in the... Though if we get kind of to here, we'll keep most of them out in the open while our own boys will be protected. Though we do have the same advantage here, but it'll be a little... take a little longer to get into position. I think we'll stick... I think we'll go with the forest here plan. Though it will put us... It's a little too small, too narrow, so I think we will keep... With that in mind, keep one unit of recruits kind of on this forest area to possibly provide some flanking fire, and we'll keep the tigers in the middle. See, yeah, okay, and they're shifting that way to hit the focus, so that will keep that unit actually in a good spot then. Let's protect this flank. Just a bit. Okay. Okay, we'll just keep pouring fire onto the few Germans. Okay, gonna get ready to put a volley into... Put your bayonets on. Come on, put a volley into him. Yes, okay, good. charge them. Okay, they push them back. And, okay, well, they're not gonna, even if they don't shatter, they're not coming back. Those guys are also not coming back. All right. Let's go deal with this final Germans here. Everything would be good. Oh, shoot. I didn't want them to shoot them. Oh well. I'll just charge it. Perfect timing, actually. Right as that volley hit him. Yo, got some earthworks that'll actually be quite good, and wooden stakes, which are decent. Okay, I think we'll take the money and the ammunition this time. Okay, I think let's just do it. We'll get them right to British foot. Worry about artillery later. You guys can have some stakes. Maybe an extra cover bonus. I am going to buy that, and I'm going to give you guys, the British Expedition, the earthworks. I think that'll be very useful for them. Yeah, that's good for now. Yeah, I think we like where everyone else is at for the moment. Okay. Ooh, I thought that was a big army. Okay, there's some artillery. So we could get some artillery now. We have some 6-pounders. We might as well. Have some canister with them. Use less ammo. What else can we get? We'll have 1. We do need, we'll have 2 more slots to fill, even if it's not necessarily the most efficient use yet. We could, let's get some more recruits. That's good range and bad accuracy. Good range, poor reload. I think that's better than the alternative for now. Put some sponsons on them. Canteens. Some coffee. Good for now. Get rid of this junk. Okay. We still need to burn down 1 more settlement. These guys are coming, though we're pretty close to that, so let's just go for it. Or we could do 1 thing of drilling just to get a little bit of extra. How close are any of these guys? They're about to go up a level. I mean, this is just some battalion artillery, so that's not a big change there. Let's just go 1 drill. Oh, they're actually running. Okay, so let's burn this down then, actually, and then we'll hunt them down. Okay, and now we have grenadiers. And then we got, oh, and some cartridge bags. Okay. Oh, and that last one got them up 1, so they could become artillery, but I don't think we want to do that yet. Let's give them some ammo consumption for now, because we've got to give it to somebody. Are these all the same? Yeah, these are all basic sets. Okay. Let's go hunt down. There's slums up here anyway. I forgot I was on double speed. Alright, well, let's check this out. Oh. That's funny. No, let's just rig it. Gain some more money. Okay, we still need 2 more slums, and we got them in sight, so let's go deal with it. Let's get... Yeah, let's get all those revealed. Alright, let's go find that slum. I guess that other army is just completely left. Unfortunate. Alright, let's get one last slum cleared. Ooh. Alright, I'll just send in a large. Hey! Nice. Got it. We got another officer, and we got our extra heavy infantry bonus, so we got that. Oh yeah, I should equip these guys. Didn't do that yet here. Let's give them some more stamina. Do we have anything for more melee damage? Well, we can give them less melee damage. But I don't think we have anything else that's going to help quite yet. I don't want to necessarily burn through the 50 Thalor yet. Okay. I need 750 for the next one, and we'll have an officer ready already, so that's good. We're a bit over halfway now. Maybe get a little extra recruits just to kind of spring stuff up. Yeah, okay. Think about it. Let's go hit this convoy and then to see what we're doing here. Ooh, that uses a lot of ammo, but it gives us another week. Yeah. Now let's get more experience and some more enemies. Oh, we got a land pattern. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Let's fight these guys. So they have some recruit. Oh, there's a Fusiliers, 1 artillery, recruits, Fusiliers. Okay. 2 Fusiliers, 2 recruits, and 1 artillery. Not worried about it. Let's get in there. So I need to get another brigade unlocked. I'd like to get at least 1 more artillery and cavalry unit just to help balance things out and short up, but I guess we'll see what we got to do. Oh, this is actually very nice. We have 2 hills right here. And if they come at us here, they'll have to cross through the river if they want to get this. Okay, this is actually very nice. So let's... Yeah, we'll do it this way. We're going to put the cannon... Okay, yeah, well, actually, I should rename these guys at some point, but we'll get our recruits up on here. Grenadiers to come in from the flank. Artillery up on the hill. And yeah, we'll hold this other hill and fight the town. Pretty straightforward, all things considered. Bayonets off. Don't auto fire. Okay. Oops. Occupy the cover that's there. Should be pretty straightforward. Don't not going to be much of a reason to change our dispositions. And you start firing. Actually, target the Fusiliers while we're at it. You've got to put you guys in the middle. Actually, let's use you to let's use them actually to flank around. Hit that artillery. Everybody just fire. Okay, these guys are gonna break any second. Hungarians are getting shredded. There's that. Force is gone. Oh, they're gonna take another hit. Oh, it's bad for them. Might take a little friendly fire from the cannons if we're not careful. Target those Fusiliers instead. Get to see a couple more volleys go off here. They're about to break once these recruits fire. Yep. They're breaking now too, and they're going to go right into their guns. Let's just go finish them. You gonna try to charge? Seems like that is their plan. Seems like a bad one. They're gonna get hit from every angle now. You really got nothing. Oh, that's just gonna be it. Yep. No problem there. Take the veterancy. More 6-pounders. Okay, well that's useful. Alright, what do we want to try to get next? Also, what's the enemy force at? 14,000. Yeah, we don't... Gosh, we really need to get more recruits, more anything. reservists aren't going to help us that much. Alright, we can at least sell some items here, get a little more money. Sell the 3-pounders. Those are pretty good. I want to keep those. We'll sell the Delphs and the... Yeah. Don't want them, don't want them. It's a potentially decent one. Archer Fox Basics, okay. Get rid of the Spirit Rations for now. Keep those. Get rid of one of our boxes of ammo. Maybe one of our horseshoes. Maybe one thing of Dragoon Swords. Let's see. Okay. Give us a new brigade, but we don't have anybody to fill it out quite yet. You can almost get some subsidy recruits or redcoats. Potentially just get some Hessian cavalry isn't necessarily a bad idea, even if subsidy recruits aren't very good. Yeah, and our British dragoons and cavalry aren't as good as the Hessians. Okay, we don't need much more to get them, so let's just sell something else here. Sell that. Oh, we got uniforms to sell. Let's do that. Okay, let's try to turn 3rd Brigade into a cavalry one at some point. But in the meantime... Yeah, that'll work. I'm not going to bother getting another bayonet right now. But I am going to give them some sponson. These guys are really close to getting there, so actually let's maybe give them something. Let's give them the ammo consumption. Might as well give them the good sponson. They're about to 2. Don't even have enough money to do some of that. Can also maybe need to do some drills here soon. Let's see this convoy. What we got? Get ammo and money. More this conscript recruit for -1 musket. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, we got another subsidy recruit. Okay. I'm okay with that. Let's go. We're going to get some ammo coming in here. Oh, okay, let's grab this herd, see if we can maybe get some pelts to sell. Don't have it. Okay. That's okay. May do some... Okay, we got about 10,000, which is not a bad number. Don't have anything to offer there. Let's try one more outpost here, and we'll see what we can maybe just have to drill our army out to be good. Ooh, okay. That uses up a lot of reservists. We don't have a lot. Extra 2 weeks is not gonna be great. Oh, okay, 2 weeks, 14 days. We get 8. We get 8 Thaler a day. I mean, it's not really that much. It'd buy some recruits, but it wouldn't make up. I mean, I guess it balances out. potentially with the Thalor, we'd be able to get 2 more recruit. I think with that, recruit purchases, were they, maybe? I don't know. You know what? Let's just take the money. We'll take the money. Gonna raid this village. And then I think it's just to get a little extra cash and that. And then it's time to, I think, drill up until the enemy arrives and see what happens. Okay. What are we at? Okay. Okay, that double is actually a real big deal. Damn. Okay. So let's see what we can do here. You guys, we can get... Oh, we're not quite to cavalry yet. We're almost there. You can get something, though. Yeah, let's grab the stamina. Alright. So, you guys... We could make another Highland Foot unit. And another Grenadier, potentially. Okay, you guys can get upgraded to a field artillery battery. Let's do that. They're not quite ready to go up. If we want to go down... This is really... I mean, the cavalry thing's kind of nice, but this is really, I would say almost definitely more of a shooting than a charging one right now. So let's stick with eventually making that brigade will just be our infantry gun line. So at some point we'll make another brigade here that'll be for shock attack. What do I want to do with you guys? That one we could transition into a shock army at some point. Move that out of here for a second. Do we want to maybe that's what Howard will eventually be. So why don't we go with Highland Foot then for now? And let's grab the extra melee focus there. Need like another day or two, I think, in training. Okay. Oh, you got another one. So if this guy ends up becoming raw damage received minus 15%, fire damage plus 5%, damage dealt 5%. You know what? I think that might be the way to go for now. Especially if we're gonna end up turning this into a shock attack. All right. Let's begin making you guys a cavalry brigade. Or, we actually don't want to quite transition, because the numbers, we don't want to quite transition everybody over yet. So, for now, actually, we may want to make it... Let me think here. It might be in our better interest for now to actually make these guys... What does that put our absolute numbers at? 9,000. Just about 9,000. I don't know if we actually want to make them into maybe Hessians for the future, or Hanover. Hanover. Maybe that's a better way to 35, 25, 40, 30. Hessians are really good. Musketeers are okay. Maybe that's what we want to use them for now. Just to make sure that we have a decent units for this upcoming fight before we don't want to, like, the cavalry's nice, but it's still light cavalry, and I don't necessarily have the numbers for a stand-up fight, because we're going to have to hold them for a bit in the fight. I think we'll eventually, let's go with this. We're going to end up making them a heavy part of the heavy assault force at some point here. But for now, they'll just be that. Maybe we can get one more recruit. Oh, jeez, we got a lot of guys coming. Oh, okay, they're actually running now. Could get one more subsidy recruit, or just go straight for the cavalry, actually. Yeah, we'll do that. We're going to go straight for the cavalry. And let's... Well, not quite yet. We don't want to move them over yet, because we still want to take advantage of some of that for them. So keep that going. Take Dragoon Sword. Have this horsey. Yeah, I could take that. Doesn't... I mean, reload's not going to do anything, but it's movement speed too, so as well, so we'll give it to him. Then we'll actually give you that Sponson still. Might as well give you that for now. Let's get rid of the worn bayonets and probably that. Oh, and the muskets. We don't need those worn muskets. Everything else we'll keep. The sabers. We get rid of the sabers. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we really need other than maybe getting a little extra reservists, just while we're waiting. Okay, so we'll have 3 cavalry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 infantry and only 1 cannon. So as much as I would like another cannon, I don't think we're going to get that right now. Let's drill some more. Focus on getting these guys as solid as they can be for combat. Be like 1 more. Okay, we can actually get him out. Oh, yeah, let's get Cavalier. That actually makes him good again. So we'll swap him out. They can transition to veterans. Let's do it. Not quite ready yet. Yeah, not ready to become Highlanders yet, but hey, we got some experience. Now, at least all of our guys have at least some experience, or we have 1 veteran unit, so that's good. Let's raid. And then I think we're going to kind of conduct a kind of a, not exactly a retreat, but we're going to pull back. Yeah, they're going to start pursuing us, so we're going to start pulling back. Be doing a bit of raiding, buying ammo where we can, and doing more training to, I'm not going to buy the more expensive ammo, but... Okay, let's move on. Yeah, winter's coming, so that's going to be bad. get maybe one more training day in? We did. Okay. All right. So this is going to be a tough one because they got a lot of cannon advantage on us. All right, this is going to be your final battle for this Act 1. We'll see if this campaign is going to end right here now. We're going to need to try to find a strong defensive position here, hopefully. Be able to kind of outshoot them, their infantry. We're going to do a lot of focused fire to peel off their units as quickly as possible, get them off the firing line. And then we have cavalry to kind of move in to finish them or fight off theirs. Okay. I don't like this field of battle very much. We could maybe do a shift into kind of this area to give us some kind of advantage. I don't really want to fight over here, especially when they can take that hill and get an accuracy bonus. I don't like the idea of fighting in this area either. The only thing that's like even somewhat maybe doable is over here. And it's going to be a tough one. Okay. We can do it. We can do it. We're just going to have to be fast. Okay, we'll get a couple columns for quick marching. So I think we will use them to hold the town while our field artillery is going to get up onto this hill along with our main line. Cavalry to hold this area. We're going to bring our main general over here. Okay. So here we go. So we don't have any more recruit units anymore, so that'll be helpful. Okay. Back to flexible. Take most of their cavalry's over on that side. Alright, I'm not a huge fan of this line, but I have to do what we can. Kind of taper that off a bit. Also, everybody take off your bayonets. So we're going to be shooting for a while. Okay, that's going to hit the hardest, that side, so we're going to kind of prepare for that. Never mind, I keep fighting on them. Everybody charge into there. Come on, come on. Put him back. And there, you guys hit him? Okay. Fortunately, they'll be back, both of those. I'm hoping our subsidy guys will come back here, but I'm not sure. Not so sure about it. Okay, focus on those recruits. Thank you. Okay, guys actually focus on them. Focus fire on the Fusiliers. Okay, you guys need to pull back. Okay, now load. I didn't realize I was like 3 bot Fusiliers, so that was kind of special. Okay. Okay, now their cavalry's gone. Now it's time for the Tigers to hit the Fusiliers here. Oh, no, not charge, sorry. Those Fusiliers. Okay, things are actually going pretty well, all things considered. Okay, now shatter them, because I don't want them to come back. Okay, the rest of these guys are not coming back. Let's ride down to give morale boost down here. Okay. Now they've been dealt with. Still have an enemy veteran Hussar to deal with. So we can't really quite get close to their cannon, at least not without having to deal with that. Stop firing for a second. I need you guys to stay reloaded. More fire into there. Okay, those guys are done. Fire into them. Just focus on reloading. that's done. Okay, now the Tigers can go deal with their artillery. Suck in the subsidy cavalry. Okay, that actually ended up working out, I think, pretty well, all things considered. Let's go finish him off. All right, and now we're just going to have basically the last thing to deal with is going to be that last unit. Alright, stop using up ammo. Should be going down here any second. Perfect. Okay. Well, that was a little bit messy, but we did manage to do it. Got an achievement for 10,000 casualties, inflicting 10,000 casualties. Okay, well, that actually went a little easier than I would have thought, considering their artillery advantage. But we held the line. I guess that quality, accuracy, and firepower of the British really does shine through when you got the good solid units coming in. Do we want to take more veterancy, or do we want to more ammo to train and money for more recruits? That's probably a better one, because I think the reservists will be able to get more of. Let's take that. That worked out pretty well. The Scots Guard can now become Highlanders. They can become, yeah, veteran foot. That'll do it. They're almost ready for that. Subsidy cavalry could become Hanover, but we're going to wait till they become Hessian. I think that's what we're going to wait for them on that. Yeah, that actually went really, really well. Let's give you guys some of that. I think you guys should get some ramrods for some even better accuracy and reloading. Was there a... Didn't they need better bayonets? They did. So we can give them the better bayonets. Maybe a little bit of movement speed. Let's put the Scots Guard over here too, since this is going to be the... Eventually here, the Assault Brigade. Anyone else? Okay, well, we can figure it out for now. That, I think, will work for Act 1. So we can get better reload for less charge, reload, and fire damage received. Scoot and shoot. Ooh, because that's 15. It's weird that it's reload and reload speed. I don't know exactly what the difference is necessarily, or we get preserved rations. Scoot and shoot is also less fire damage received. It seems pretty useful. So I don't know if that's just like an accident of thing like this, like these are the same thing. Reload speed and reload are the same, maybe. I'm not positive on that. Or if this is like reload skill, or if that's corresponds to the same. I'm not sure. But this has 10%, which is almost much 50. I'm going to assume that these are the same thing, which might be wrong, but that's what I'm going to assume. So this is 10%, so less, but I like having, I think the fire damage received minus 5% is better than, in the long run, than the minus, like, that's a bad penalty on minus 5% charge. Even if I'm not necessarily a melee army, I am going to have at least one assault brigade, so I think that might be worth taking. So I'm going to take Scoot and Shoot. We unlocked the Hanoverian Corps. All right, I'm going to pick the next one here, and then I'm going to end this episode, and we'll figure it out. Ooh, okay. So we can suppress Thuringia, which is similar to what we already did. And we actually have the exact same objectives here. That we can get the Schumberg Lippe Artillery, which is another artillery unit, which is very tempting, because I would like that. And we can dismantle 5 slums for field hospitals, so plus 50% casualties restorative battle. That seems very useful, especially for the kind of quality army that I'm trying to run. If we suppress Bavaria, we can raid 3 settlements for dragoons. Okay, that's not bad. And then we can also get infantry focus, plus 20% veterancy gain, but non-infantry minus a percent. That's not a terrible one either, especially with trying to make a higher quality army. And then we can reinforce Hesse, which will give us, so we can reinforce 4 outposts and find the Austrians only. Reinforce 4 outposts for some grenadiers. Secure 5 battlefields for observation forces. Plus 3% campaign visibility. Okay, that's fine, but these two are definitely better. But I'm thinking this one. I mean, we get artillery and field hospitals is very good. So I think we're gonna suppress Thuringia. Which is, wait, is that the same one? Oh well. Okay, and we're gonna have we're just gonna end up being in the winter soon. All right, so we're gonna save this as bullet, and I'm gonna end this episode here. I'll make another one here shortly for Act 2, but I will catch you next time, and thanks for watching.